Hi, what's going on, guys? It's NORAD. I'm just gonna do a little updating first, and then I'm gonna get to what I thought about TNA's Lockdown pay-per-view that happened yesterday. First, I hope you all are enjoying my Steel Battalion playthrough. I'm continuing to make videos of it, of each mission. I'm not going to be able to upload videos of it every day because of the fact that I am busy. I do have a job, and, well, you know, life comes first. And it also takes a few hours for each video to upload because YouTube's really fucking slow. So, anyway, just keep looking back every now and then. I'll have new videos up of the playthrough as I make them, so just keep watching for those. Anyway, let's get to the TNA Lockdown pay-per-view. I have to say, overall, it was a pretty violent, pretty brutal pay-per-view. I enjoyed pretty much the whole pay-per-view. I'm not going to sit here and review each match because I really don't feel like doing that right now. So I'm just going to tell you what I just thought about the main points of the pay-per-view. The first thing, Rob Van Dam versus, I believe he faced James Storm at the beginning of the pay-per-view. That was a really cool match. I was really into that. I'm a huge Rob Van Dam fan, so it was a lot of fun to see that. The only thing I really didn't like about Rob Van Dam in this pay-per-view is that he really didn't get at all really hardcore. No Van Daminator, no Van Terminator, none of that, and I was quite disappointed, especially when he's in the Lethal Lockdown match. You would think he'd grab one of those chairs and do one of his signature moves, and he has yet to do that in TNA, and I'm quite disappointed in that. I hope he does it soon, because I mark out every single time I see one of those. Let's see, another thing. The highlight of the pay-per-view was probably Kurt Angle versus Mr. Anderson, and I have to say that is going to be a Match of the Year candidate. That was a really, really good match. Easily a 4-star match if I was reviewing matches today like that. Easily a 4-star match. It really, really told a good story. It was a good resolution and an ending to the feud. Kurt Angle is now going to go and take some time off to heal up, so he's going to be out of TNA for a few months. But he said that he's going to come back, and his one goal when he comes back is to get the TNA World Heavyweight Championship back around his waist. So, Kurt, heal up, get healthy, stay healthy, don't turn into, you know, one of those wrestlers that gets all beat up and can't walk anymore. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's go to the main event. Well, one of the main events. We got Desmond Wolfe versus AJ Styles. That was another good match that really deserves some, you know, talking about. It was, it wasn't the best match I've seen those two had, but it was a really good match. It did what it had to do. AJ kept the belt. He really does need to keep that belt for a little bit while still, because it just makes it a little bit more special and more meaningful, the title, I mean. So I see him losing it probably at Bound for Glory. I think he's going to keep it until Bound for Glory or Slammiversary, either one. It doesn't really matter. But the next big TNA pay-per-view, I think he's going to lose the belt. But until then, we're going to get another good heel ride until then. So, again, the Pope versus AJ, that was a really good match, too. Now, Lethal Lockdown. There's a lot of mixed feelings about this match. A lot of people saying that it was just a huge clusterfuck. Everything just looked like shit. And I have to say, yeah, it kind of felt that way. I do see where those people are coming from. But it still had me interested in it enough to want to watch it. I didn't get up to go to the bathroom even when I had to real bad. I stayed for the whole thing before I went. So that tells you that I was pretty engaged in the match and I didn't want to miss anything. Now, they had to have Flair and Hogan come out and fight at the end of the match. You know, and then Team Hogan wins. And it looks like Hogan basically was the hero of the day. The hero that saved the match, saved the company, and all that stuff. You know what? Hogan fuck you. You know what? I've had it with Hogan. He has to put his fingers on every major point in this company now. He can't just fucking let it go and have Abyss or somebody else that they're pushing have all the glory. No, he has to be right there next to them. He has to be the one getting his hand raised with the person that won. It's just fucking bullshit. He has to learn how to stay the fuck back behind the curtain. Nobody gives a shit if he shows up outside. He could show up and be on the outside, probably interfere like a manager style, but seriously, stay out of the fucking match. It just pisses me off that he has to get involved in everything and make him look like the hero every time. I'm getting fucking sick of it. But anyway, that's my rant. The pay-per-view, I have to say, was worth it to buy. I suggest you see it before tonight. It's Impact, and I hope you watch Impact tonight because that's going to be another great show because Impact's been great this past few months. So that's all I got to say.